Hi, today I'm going to be reviewing the Skweez Pin Water Brush set by Cre-a-tism. So far I love this set. I just started practicing with it last night. I just did a basic first layer of just a landscape tree kind of painting, just to kind of get the feel for these brushes. So I did use this a few different ways. I tried using it just with the water and just blending, and I also used it with watercolor by itself mixed with just a little bit of water inside of the tube, and I'll go ahead and show you how that comes out in just a second here. But I also did do oil as well, and just filled the tube up with water and dipped the tips into my oil paints. Here I was using these oils and some watercolor, so with the watercolor I just take the dropper and just fill it into the tube just like I would the water itself. So far these are working pretty good, I would say. So I like them best for shading. So you go ahead and just squeeze the tube part, and you can kind of practice how much or less you squeeze, so you can get a feel for how much is actually going to come out of the tip of the pin. When I first started, I was using a little too much water. As you can see, my painting here kind of started to bubble, but that's okay. I can smooth it out later on. One thing I really liked about this is obviously you can just keep going out, or even just smooth it out, like in places like this where the oil is. This is partly where the oil paint is. You could just squeeze a little water and just blend these hard strokes into the rest of your background, which is really nice. Not having to dip your brush into water a million times while you're painting. So yeah, there you go. I just did this part right here. I'm just adding more color into my background now, and as you can see, it just was so simple. It just spread right along. Here I did a different technique. I used the oil paints. I used a green oil paint and just dipped in the tip with water and squeezed. I didn't really even pick up any paint, and then just went ahead and did this around the branch areas so I can create just a lighter green type of color. So far, yeah, this is really a versatile set of pins, and with some practice I'm sure that my technique will be much better than this, but I'm really looking forward to using this with my work and using it with watercolors. Great for watercolors, great for shading. I would say, to use a regular bristle brush, a firmer bristle brush to do your outlines, because these are pretty flexible. As you can see, if you press down on them, you're not really going to get that kind of hard stroke that you would need for an outline. But for shading and everything, these are great, or they would also be great for watercolor pencils as well. And really anything that you would think you could use these for, you might as well go ahead and give them a try. The way the cap works is pretty easy. It just screws off. You fill everything in to the tube, and there's a little little hole in the cap that you just pop right onto this part, and when you squeeze, it just saturates a little bit into this portion of the tip. So yeah, fairly easy to use. Really liked these, and I would recommend them if you're just starting out doing water brushes. I obviously am, but I know that this will definitely help with my watercolor techniques. I did receive this product at a discount in exchange for my honest and unbiased review.